If you want to chamfer edges in Tinkercad, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll show you two simple ways to create clean, angled edges on your models, even if you're just getting started. The first method uses a wedge shape as a cutting tool, and the second method uses the built-in bevel option on certain objects. Both are fast, beginner-friendly, and perfect when you want your design to look more polished and professional. If this tutorial helps you out, be sure to hit like and subscribe for more easy Tinkercad tips. Let's jump in. First, let's talk about the wedge subtraction method. This is one of the most reliable ways to chamfer an edge in Tinkercad because you have full control over exactly where the cut happens. Start by opening your Tinkercad design and finding the Basic Shapes panel on the right side. From there, drag a wedge shape onto your work plane. The wedge is going to act like a cutting tool, so think of it as the shape that will remove material from your object. Now that the wedge is on the work plane, you need to rotate and position it carefully. Click on the wedge, then use the rotation handles to turn it so the angled face lines up with the corner or edge you want to chamfer. This part matters because the direction of the wedge determines the shape of the cut. If the angle is facing a wrong way, the result won't look right. Take your time and line it up as accurately as possible. Once the wedge is aligned, change it into a hole. With the wedge selected, click the Hole button in the inspector window. This tells Tinkercad that the wedge should subtract from the solid object instead of becoming part of it. After that, move the hole wedge so it slightly overlaps the corner of your main object. You do not want it just touching the edge. It needs to cut into the model a little bit so the chamfer is clearly created. When everything is in place, select both the main object and the wedge hole together. Then click Group. As soon as you group them, Tinkercad will combine the solid shape and subtract the wedge from it. That is what creates the chamfered edge. This method is especially useful when you want a precise custom angle and you need the bevel to appear only on one corner or one side of the model. If the cut does not look right the first time, don't worry. You can always undo it, resize the wedge, rotate it again, or move it slightly before grouping. Small changes in position can make a big difference in the final result. This is why the wedge method is so popular. It gives you flexibility, and once you understand it, you can use it on boxes, blocks, mechanical parts, and all kinds of 3D designs. Now let's look at the second method, which uses the built-in bevel property. This is much quicker, but it only works on certain standard objects in Tinkercad, such as a box or text. To try it, select your object and look at the inspector window in the top right. If the object supports it, you'll see a bevel slider. This slider lets you automatically round or angle the edges of the shape without manually building a cutout. To apply the bevel, simply drag the slider to the right. As you increase the value, Tinkercad will start adding angled edges to the object. This is a great option when you want a fast, clean chamfer on the entire model instead of just one corner. Under the bevel control, you may also see a segment slider. This controls how smooth or sharp the bevel looks. Higher segment values usually make the edge appear smoother, while lower values can make it look more faceted. This built-in option is perfect for quick design work, especially if you are making labels, signs, simple enclosures, or any shape where a full edge bevel improves the appearance. It saves time, and because it's native to the object, you do not need extra shapes or grouping steps. So, to quickly recap, if you want full control and a custom chamfer on a specific edge, use the wedge subtraction method. If you want a fast bevel on supported objects, use the bevel slider in the inspector. Both methods are easy once you know where to click, and both can make your Tinkercad projects look much more refined. If this video helped you out, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Tinkercad tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.